I retrieved 2 boxes that were stored in my shed, and you can see one is called journals and the other one is labeled keepsake books. So I did do what the minimalists call a packing party, and I just packed up boxes of things that I was no longer using, and then I put them into storage. So they've probably been in there for, I don't know, maybe a year. So I'm just going to open up these boxes and see what they actually have in them. I'm going to start by opening up the box that's labeled journals. And looks like that's exactly what's in there. A bunch of journals that I've had throughout my adult life. Looks like I've got a gratitude journal. And here's a really pretty book I remember buying at work. One of my coworkers made these beautiful handmade books. And looks like a couple of these notebook journals. And then a whole bunch of other journals that look pretty cool. I know I recognize all of these now looking back, that I'm definitely into, especially interactive journals. So clearly I bought a number of these over the years, and then I have a bunch of just ruled journals that I've written in, and I have to go through these and see whether they're actually worth keeping or not. Some of these are more like activity crafting journals. And I'm just realizing as I'm looking at these that it's going to be a little hard for me to figure out whether or not I actually want to keep these things. And I definitely have a habit of buying pretty journal books and then not really using them all the way. So I'll always start, and I very rarely get through the whole book because I just get really excited about finding a new attractive journal. I mean, let's look at this one. I don't even know whether this one even contains anything at all. So this is sort of typical. This looks like it's from 2018. Looks like I used to do these types of activities. I'm starting to write my dreams. We do have things I love. Affirmations. Absolute yes list. 2018 goals. Things I've manifested. Activities. Environments, objects, interactions, users, values. This is pretty standard for me, that I would write down all kinds of ideas for who I want to be and what I want to do, things I love, kind of trying to stay on track for myself. And then you can see just a lot of blank pages. So that's definitely something I want to look at on my minimalist journey, of not accumulating so many of these journals and just not ever really using the book. So even in this gratitude journal, you can see, I think I've picked it up, numerous times and tried to re-implement it, but then I was never consistent, so I didn't actually use up the whole journal. Now let's go ahead and pop open box number 2, which is keepsake books. So all right, you can see it looks like a lot of these books were gift books I received, things that my mom gave me. Yep, she gave me this Oprah Winfrey book, Marie Forleo, Brene Brown. I know she gave me the astrology book as a gift a long time ago. And then this is one of our favorite childhood books that my mom had gotten a copy of. My brother and I loved the Francis books. And then, of course, my beautiful box set of Little House on the Prairie books. Looks like I think my coworker gave me this Philosophy of Snoopy. And I think my mom also gave me this really cute In My Tree owl book, since I love owls. And I think she also gave me this really cute book called You Are What You Eat, back when I was a vegetarian, because you can see it's a bunch of vegetables and fruit. I wonder if there's a new Carnivore book that has a similar theme. And then my mom also gave me this really cute fridge magnet set with magnets to place Scrabble in the fridge. So yeah, I'm definitely going to want to go through these, and I think, you know, these are the types of things that I definitely wouldn't want to part with. My mom gave me this really cute book called The Charlie Brown Christmas. I love that. And then it looks like I've got some more notebook journals from, I know these two were actually from high school, that my high school and college, I think, that my high school and college boyfriend mailed to me long after college. I think this one was also from college. Yep. I think my friend Shauna gave that to me in college. And then we've got a couple more journals that my mom gave me for gifts. Some cute little Peanuts activity books. And then I had bought these two really cute children's books by Anita Morjani, and it looks like I bought a few copies and then didn't give them out to everybody I wanted to give them out to. So yep, I'm definitely going to have to go through these items and either organize them and make some decisions on what to keep, or they're going to end up back in storage. So these are some of the trickier tidying challenges when you come across things that have sentimental value and that you want to keep for mementos. And whenever I tidy, one of the most sacred areas in my house has always been, since I was a child, is my nightstand. So my nightstand drawer does have a lot of stuff in it. In the back, you can see it has, I think, 6 boxes that are different watches that I've collected or that Aaron has given me over the years for gifts. And I have a little Snoopy Be Awesome book. And then all of these boxes are filled with affirmation cards. So I'm really into affirmation decks. Also have a yoga deck. And then I have a little prayer box. And I've got some of those metal Chinese balls that make the soothing sound. A beautiful scarf that Aaron gave me. And of course I have some wishing stones. And I have this little box of miniature buttons that I've collected over the years. I have this really pretty box full of crystals. And I think here's the little booklet that came with the crystals. I have some that I bought at the metaphysical store that actually have descriptions on what the crystals are good for on these little cards. And then lastly, I have a little air purifying bag with activated charcoal. And so this is the kind of situation where I have a lot of things that I've accumulated, but I consider all of them precious. So it would be really hard for me to pick and choose. But like I said, I want to start out with categorizing everything and then starting to tease out the things that I may not consider as precious. And I've been watching some minimalists on YouTube, and they say instead of thinking about what you're going to toss, think about what you're going to keep. And so that's helping me to start to map my mind around wanting to keep things that are really sacred and not having to hold on to so many different things that are just within these categories like affirmation cards.